This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Save 20% on all windows, patio doors, and entry doors now through September 30th. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Call 717-727-7558 or head to rbacentralpa.com/deals to get in on this one now. A nonprofit hospital paid its CEO more than it spent on charity care over a 3-year period. Meanwhile, state lawmakers are looking to get rid of grinch bots. These non-native lizards have made this community their home. Lastly, the next time this comet's coming around is 400 years from now. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Nonprofit health system Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, or CHOP, paid its CEO Madeline Bell $7.7 million in 2021 amidst the pandemic and labor shortages, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. The bulk of this, mind you, was a $5.6 million bonus. Not only did the Inquirer found how Bell was paid 43% higher than the next highest paid hospital executive, potentially making this payout the largest ever seen for a local health system CEO, but her compensation also amounted to more than CHOP spent on charity care for financially needy patients over a 3-year period. Keep in mind that nonprofit hospitals also receive tax exemptions and are funded by taxpayers due to their treatment of children who qualified for Medicaid. CHOP board chair and CEO of Wawa Inc., Christopher Geisens, told the Inquirer via statement how Bell's compensation was, quote, based on her excellent performance in leading CHOP to deliver on its very ambitious goals. Lancaster lawyer Howard Kellen, on the other hand, says, quote, purely public charities don't go paying multi-million-dollar bonuses. A grinch bot is a type of software used by scalpers that buy things like concert tickets in bulk only to resell them at absurd prices afterward, reports the Daily Item. For example, tickets for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, originally priced between $49 and $499, ended up getting resold for as much as $28,000 thanks to grinch bots, forcing Ticketmaster to cancel sales and do a little redo. In order to keep this from happening again in the future, state lawmakers are looking to update an existing state law to fight back against grinch bots. Representative Stephen Malagari introduced House Bill 1378 yesterday, a legislation that would make it illegal to use bots to acquire tickets for resale and to make it illegal for anyone who knowingly sells, or should have reasonably known, tickets acquired using bots. This distinction, for the record, is made so as not to disrupt legitimate resale like those between friends or fan club members. The status of this bill remains pending. It was the late 1970s when a teenage boy in Levittown bought some lizards, then set them free in his yard, thinking they'd help naturally reduce the amount of mosquitoes buzzing around, states phillyburbs.com. Whether they did help, well, that's not really known. But what is known is that these non-native lizards, a species called the Italian wall lizard, are now firmly embedded throughout the community, as well as other areas of Bucks County. Fortunately, the wall lizards aren't dangerous and don't damage property the way spotted lanternflies do. They do, however, pose a threat to native lizard species. Whether there's a greater movement to get their numbers down isn't clear. Comet Nishimura was only discovered a little over a week ago by an amateur astronomer in Japan, starts PennLive. The green comet lit up the sky over Pennsylvania a couple of days ago, and if you missed it, well, sorry to say you missed your shot at seeing it. Comet Nishimura may not come our way again for another 400 years. If it isn't disintegrated by solar radiation first, that is. But don't be too sad, we have another supermoon to look forward to at the end of the month. That wraps up today's episode. For more news, you know you can go to PennLive.com. And please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating and an honest review. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll talk to you during Friday's episode of Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Save 20% on all windows, patio doors, and entry doors now through September 30th. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Call 717-727-7558 or head to rbacentralpa.com/deals to get in on this one now.